but we had a whole node call on Wednesday with the node guy. You can go watch that in the Facebook group. I'm not going to recap that whole call.
Oh, that's cool. We'll do.
But this call is because since I posted the links to set up your nodes and buy nodes and all that stuff, some people had questions, so I figured I would just go live right now, answer those, make sure everybody understands what the steps are.
Appreciate it, Nico. I missed the call too, and I haven't got a chance to rewatch, but I'm going to catch up. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I would highly recommend if you're interested in the nodes, that you watch Wednesday's call. It's in the Facebook group, the free where we upload all the live Zoom calls. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. So in the Facebook group from November 27th, Wednesday, node guy. It says node guy right on the call, on that call. What are crypto nodes? That's the one that we had on Wednesday with the node guy explaining this particular opportunity with Optio. And so I don't want you to be confused with what I'm about to show you now. Now is just, I already posted in our Discord, I posted in the ICO channel this right here. For those who were on Wednesday's call and were interested in getting a node, this is the process. Read this entire post over a few times before proceeding. Everyone in this group, when they order, make sure to put in the order notes Renegade. And if you happen to get 10 or more, if you don't get 10 or more, you don't have to do this. But if you happen to get 10 or more, when you go to check out, there is a coupon code. There's a little drop down when it's hard to see. I actually almost missed it. They need to type in node guy, or they will not get the buy one, get one free. Very important to follow the above instructions I put. These are the 3 steps. Okay, so you create your wallet at Kaivo. So all you do is you go to the App Store. This is what it looks like. Kaivo. You download and open that wallet. Create it, create your passwords, all that stuff. So you have the wallet sitting there. Then you click here to buy the nodes. I'm going to click on it right now. I want to show you what it looks like. Buy Optio Oracle node license. Someone asked about this Oracle. I'm not sure. Oracle node. It sounds like it probably is related, but anyway. Add to cart, learn more. If you click add to cart, it's going to take you to this page. If you want more than one, you just click here. 1, 2, 3. If you want to get the buy one, get free, and you want 10 or more, as soon as you get to 10, it's buy one, get one free. So if you get 10, that's $10,000, as you can see the total down here, and you will get 20 nodes. Anything more than 10, it's buy one, get one free. 10 or more. Okay. So I'm going to just go back down to 1 for this example. I actually already bought 10 because I needed to set this up and go through the whole process myself. And just in case you want proof of that, here's my purchase order. Optio times 200, node times 10, $10,000, credit card, Renegade, Nico Makuris, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, when you go to checkout, you're going to put all your information in here, right? And in the where is it? Email address, United States, name, state, add a note. This is where you're going to put Renegade. Add note to your order, Renegade. And then up here, add coupons. Click the drop-down menu and you type in node guy. Okay. Can everybody see what I'm showing you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. And then here, you can pay with crypto. It says Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptos. Somebody asked what other cryptos. I don't actually know. But if you put this little radio button here on crypto, and then you click apply, put the code in, do everything you're supposed to do, all the information, and then you click place order, it will take you to the place, I'm sure, where you have to apply the crypto or pick the crypto or well, I did not go that far because I already bought and I didn't want to buy more. So for the time being, so I would say that you just get all this filled out, type in the notes, Renegade, type in here node guy, click on crypto if you want to pay for crypto, and then go to place order. Obviously, it can't charge you anything until you actually get to that payment option page because you didn't pick what crypto you want to pay with yet, and it's probably going to give you the options there. If you pick credit card, it's going to have you put it in here. If you're going to do wire transfer, it's going to tell you how to do that here. I just used a credit card. So that's pretty much it. Now, once you have that done, it's going to look like this. It's going to take you, well, first of all, let's go back to the next step. So you got your nodes purchased, right? Then you're going to come to here. This is where you're going to host the nodes. That's where you're going to host it. And that's going to look like, whoops, let me go back over to here. And I have too many tabs open here. It's going to go to, what is this? Kaivo. Oh, simple. It's going to go to here. So when you click on, let me just get this over here now. Everybody can see my screens okay, even though I'm moving stuff around? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you go to host it, you're going to click on here and you're going to pick the $29.95, unless you're buying like one, because when you go here, it looks like this. Get started, and then you put all your information in, sign up, and then it's going to take you to 3 options. And one is like $9.95 a month for up to 10 nodes or something like that. And then after 10, it's like $29.95 a month or up to 100, something like that. Or maybe the $9.95 is for one. I can't remember what it says, but I picked the $29.95 because I have 10 or more. Okay. And that's going to be on the next page after you fill this out. Once you've done that, it's going to look like this. And it says you're going to have to import node license. Now I did it and it couldn't find mine yet. And I talked to Billy and he said it takes about 24 hours before your nodes are in the system. So I'm trying again right now. He said try tomorrow. And today is tomorrow. So we'll see if it finds it now. It's basically checking my email address to try to find the nodes that I purchased, blah, blah, blah. And it might say, it might go back to not found yet because he says it takes like 24 hours for it's in the system. And I did this late last night. Okay, so see here, it says no license found. Please click this link to reinitiate the deployment process of your nodes. When it did this, I talked to Billy and I already set up my account. So it's trying to find my nodes that I bought. And he said that could take up to 24 hours. So not to worry about it. As long as I got it set up and everything. And then I just keep clicking this link to reinitiate the deployment process. I'll try it one more time. And then, I've already done these other steps, which is setting up my account. And now it's just trying to import the node licenses. So once you've gotten to this point, you're done, you're ready. You just need to deploy the nodes. And that can take 24 hours after you've done those other steps. But it's really not difficult if you follow the instructions the way I put them in the in there. Once it is actually deployed, it will show my nodes in here, and it will also show on my, I think in my Kaivo wallet right now. Let me log in here. But I have this all set up, but right now it's not showing any assets. Over here, it'll show assets. I don't have any Optio right now, but when it starts to generate tokens, I think they're either going to go into where the server is, or they're going to automatically, populate here. Or I might have to send them from I'm not sure yet because I haven't gotten that far in the process myself. Once they start populating here and it starts to show the nodes in the total amount, I might be able to send them over to this wallet because this is Kyvo is just like a cold storage wallet, web-based, Web3 based cold storage wallet. So then I might have to send them over here. Right now, I'm not even that far yet myself, guys. So I'm just going through that process just like you guys. And there's my order. I'm going to just close that out. Any questions? Anything doesn't make sense? I know Deb asked about the connection between this whole thing and Oracle. I'm not sure if the app.
Nico, I have a question. I did mine, the same thing like what you did because I purchased it last night.
Okay.
And my question is, because I was just wondering, I never received any receipt from them of my purchases. I purchased 10 nodes.
Okay, let me look because I got emails when I did mine.
I
You checked your email and everything?
I did, but they just sent me an instruction though, like the community support option.
Let me look and see what I got. Okay, I mean, I'll just share my screen again here so you guys can see. This is the folder that I Optio nodes folder. I put everything in there. That's the email from Billy. This is the welcome to the Optio community, future of digital. So this is my welcome to Optio. What's
Yeah,
next? You got that?
I have that. Yes.
Okay, and then
So
the
I
next
was
one after that I
looking.
got was this. Thank you for signing up with us to verify your email. There was a thing to verify, which I already clicked. And then my receipt for the server, $29.
Yeah, I have that too. Yes.
Okay, so this is all I've gotten so far. And then my verify my Kyvo account. So I'm just going through the same stuff that I got here. It's all I got so far as well.
Oh,
As far
okay.
as
So
a receipt for the $10,000, that was on the screen after I paid, which I did download, and that's what I just showed you a minute ago. I downloaded my receipt.
yeah, I did that too. I took a photo because I said, "Oh, there's no receipt," because I was looking.
Yeah.
So we have to wait for 24 hours?
It does take a little time, and he did explain that. In fact, let me just show you the email I originally got from him. Everyone in this group, blah, blah, blah. This is basically what I posted in there. These are the 3 steps, and then create your wallet. Once you download from the App Store, he's attached a picture, which I attached there. Once that's done by your nodes, then you can host it here. And these are all the different things your node is supporting. He said something. Oh, within 2 days, your distribution will start. And by
Okay.
January, I don't know why he said by January or less, when it goes on the exchange, you will be all good. So it is within 2 days. He did say 24,
Okay.
49.
My question is, did you get, because I know that you get the additional 10 if you purchase 10 nodes, right? So on my receipt it's only 10 that's showing. I mean, not on receipt because I took a photo after I purchased the node.
When you purchased it, it just
Yeah.
shows 10.
10, yes.
Yeah, me too. You got to put the code in, node
I
guy,
did.
to get the buy
The
one, get
whole
one free.
thing.
And then they're gonna go through all that and then add that to your thing later. That's just for us, guys. No one else is getting buy one, get one free. So
Okay.
after 10. So that's why you got to put the node guy in the note section and then the coupon section so that they can go and look it up later, after all of this is processed, and then figure out who's getting what extra nodes put in their system.
Okay. So I'll just wait then.
Yeah, just
Thank
wait.
you.
We'll have another call. We'll go over this again to make sure. We'll have another follow up to make sure everybody's set up properly and everybody who did do it is getting what they paid for. And Billy said if anybody has any problems, let him know. He'll be in there, working with everybody to make sure everybody gets taken care of.
Thank you, Nico.
You're welcome.
Nico, I
Next
missed,
time-
hi.
Yeah, go
Sorry.
ahead.
I missed the presentation for the nodes. Is it already posted in the featured under Facebook or no?
Yeah, so if you go in the Facebook group, it's right here. It's from Wednesday, 11/26, and it's titled Node Guy. Team
Thank you.
call with the Node Guy. Definitely watch that, guys. If you missed that and you're interested in the nodes, you got to see this whole presentation first to really understand what we're talking about here. I don't have time to go over today. This little call today was just to answer any last-minute questions. And then, of course, this was Friday's regular Team Zoom call. That's already uploaded as well. But the one that says, what are crypto nodes? Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
After this morning, Nico.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
wait, anyway, after these nodes go public or whatever, we can still buy them then too, right?
Yeah, I think you can still buy them. I'm not sure about the buy one get one free. I'll clarify that if you want. If you keep buying more than 10, I don't know. I mean, if you've already bought 10 and you buy more after that, I'm not sure if it's buy one get one free. I don't know. I'll have to get. I've gotten those answers. I mean, I've gotten those questions, and I never, those are more nuanced questions that I never really got answers for. So I'll get with him. But he just wanted everybody to get set up with what they wanted first. But I'm pretty sure that you can continue. Like I could still go buy Element nodes right now. It's just that they're $6,000. When they started out, they were $2,500. These are $1,000 each right now, and they will get more and more expensive over time when there's less and less available. So right now they're
Yeah, but
$1,000
so
each.
say they go public January 1st, and but I don't have the money now to buy 10, but I can say buy 10 and end of January or February, then I can still buy 10, right? They still will be available.
Yes, I'm 99% sure that you could still buy as many as you want. As far as the buy one get one free, I think Billy did mention a time frame.
Yeah, 7 days.
But yeah, I'm not, but I'll still try to push for you guys. I'll still try to, I'll say, listen, I got a guy who wants to buy 10 right now. He's new to my group. He wasn't on that presentation. Can he still get the buy one, get one free? I'll do what I can. I can't guarantee or make any promises, but I'll do what I can to help you get buy one, get one free if you're going to buy more than 10.
Yeah, I just wish I can buy some, but I can't right now because my Canadian dollar is a little more than $1,000 too. So
yeah, I understand. It's, and listen, it's not, and by the way, guys, this is not the end of the world if you can't do it. I passed on a few of these. Billy has, I passed on Gala. If I would have bought 10 nodes in Gala, I would have made $10 million. But I passed on it because I was busy. I was doing my thing, and I wasn't so sure about it. He did very well with that. Now, then after Gala, there was one called Switch, I think. I passed on that one. He made a couple million on that one. Then there was Element. I finally said, okay, I'm not passing on this one. And I bought 2 Element tokens and I haven't made anything on it yet. But he said it takes time sometimes it takes a little time for them to get on the exchanges. And Element's a little bit more detailed. But Element is one of the ones I've also shared with you guys in the ICO channel. But Element has not taken off yet. And so I'm hesitant with these things too. Just because someone else does well with them doesn't mean they're all going to work out perfectly for all of us, right? But at the same time, he's never been more excited about any of them than this one. So I'm like, all right, what the hell? This does sound good. I see the opportunity. By the way, guys, in our Discord, I added in that channel, which I would like you guys to watch. I added all of these. Hold on one second. Let me pull this back over. I added these links down here. These are all the different articles written about what's going on with Optio and Parler and all these different things. There was a video here. This is the founder. If you watch these videos, I think this is it. A lot of these videos, I think. This guy's talking about it. But there's one of these videos, Disrupt Magazine, Rumble, maybe. I can't remember which one. Yeah, this interview right here. This guy right here is Brian Ferry. This guy's a billionaire. He's the one that's behind all this stuff. He looks a little crazy, but yeah, it's a good interview. He's a smart guy. He's done a lot. He's been in the blockchain field for a long time. It's promising. So watch those videos, learn as much as you can. Don't ever just do anything just because I'm telling you that we're doing it or just because it's available here. You got to feel comfortable with it. But these videos that I posted here are just more information about what this node is supporting and what it's about and what's behind it. but up here is the instructions, to step by step. First, you open up your account here from Kivo. I can't even think right. My brain's not working right now. What is it called? Take a picture. Kivo wallet, right? And here's the screenshot for that. That's what it looks like when you search it in the App Store. This is the one, P2P crypto wallet and rewards. And then you just
Nico, is there anything in those videos about what he was talking about with Walmart taking the token and accepting the token for college credits and stuff like that?
I believe so. Let's see. I mean, I didn't go through every one of these, but there's a tons of different videos and articles written about all the different use cases and all the things that are behind it and all the partners involved. And then let me just go back and look in that email, because in that email, I think he's even got more stuff that I didn't even post yet.
Yeah, I was trying to find the information on Walmart and I couldn't find anything on it.
Our Amazon, we are building out. Watch this video my partner did, explains how these nodes pay you daily. I didn't post that one either. I think I'll post that one. We're
Walmart
adding
thing was
all the users from Amaze to our platform. This is huge. So this platform and all the users are being added to this platform. Once done, go here by the nodes. That's that. Okay, those are all those links. Here's some podcasts that Billy's on. I can share those as well. There's contact information. But let me share. There's a few more videos here I can share.
Hey, Nico.
I just didn't want to confuse you with too much information. I just wanted to get you the exact stuff you needed to get this set up, but I'll share this in there too. Yeah, go ahead.
The Walmart thing, he said that was a letter of intent that they had just signed with them in
Oh yeah,
Vegas just recently. So
yeah,
I guess there probably wouldn't be anything out there because
yeah. I don't think that's
it would
ready
just
yet,
be
guys.
what he would say.
I think they were having meetings with them and there was an LOI sent out, but they're trying to get all of these big players on board. I think from what he was explaining about Walmart is that Walmart's already doing something similar with rewards. So they're pretty confident that they're going to have a lot of these big box chain retailers on board, because guys, rewards is a huge thing. I mean, you notice it everywhere you go already that most retailers offer some kind of rewards. Apply for this credit card for these rewards. Apply for our store credit card, you get these rewards. Everything's about rewards. Everything's about incentivizing the customers to buy more, spend more, do more, become a rewards member, become this, it's everywhere. Everywhere is that. And we're going into the blockchain world. So everything's going to be digital and so imagine crypto rewards. Imagine how this is going to take off. When
You want to hear this now or are you sleeping?
I'm sorry?
I don't know.
Lisa, if you're not talking to us, mute yourself out. I just muted you. But so imagine the rewards when you get paid, instead of just getting dumb stuff like discounts on perfume or whatever. No offense to discounts on perfume. I'm just saying that imagine when you just start getting, rewards that actually pay you. So yeah. We're adding these users from Amaze to the platform, blah, blah, blah. I just didn't want to confuse. You know what I'll do is I'll just add that up in the main post.
Hey, Nico.
Yeah.
On the checkout, I think I sent you a message earlier where you put the node guy and the coupon code. Do
Yes.
you hit every time I do it, I hit apply, nothing happens. How does that work?
All right, hold on one second. Let me go back over there. At checkout, when you do what now?
See where I assume you need to put node guy where it says enter code. Is that correct?
Right here, yeah, node guy.
Yeah. Okay, but when I hit apply, nothing happens. I mean, it just stays in a loop.
Coupon node guy cannot be applied because it does not exist. Okay.
So I wasn't sure how to, because I know that was important getting the.
Okay, you got to do it with no space. Just node guy.
Okay.
NODEGUI, no spaces in between. Let me go up here and change that. Sorry, guys. Glad you brought that to my attention.
And where do you put Renegades?
In the notes section, I'll show you that in a second. Let me just go back over there. Let me just go back up here. Node guy. Yeah, he's got it all just together like that as well in the instructions. NODEGUY.
Okay.
And then as far as Renegades, you do that here in
Where it
the
says, where it says add a note to your
add
order.
a note to your order.
Yeah.
Just put Renegade, singular, not plural, not
Okay.
Crypto Renegades, just Renegade.
Renegade. Gotcha. Okay. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Nico?
Yes.
Okay, two questions here. First one, you might not know the answer, but I'll pop them out there. Halving, one of the guys mentioned it, halve from 300 or 400 tokens down to 100. If that happens, do the people get grandfathered in if we're buying in now and it's halving 100? Do we get halved to 50, or does it stay at the halving of what we buy in at? Number two, there's some mention about Bobby was saying we get 20% more if we do something by staking on that deal. So the second question also is, once we do the 10,000, if we want to gift or transfer, like I want to transfer to a family member, my kids or something, the process of transferring a node or selling it for a penny,
Yeah,
or whatever else.
All right, so those are great questions. Here's what I want you guys to do, and I hate to have you do this again, but this is what it would be easier for me, is if you ask these questions in this chat, and then I will copy and paste them over to Billy and get them all answered and have him and then I'll paste them back in here with the answers. That would be easier because some of those I'm not sure off the top of my head. The way I noticed in Element is that I started out earning 3,000 tokens per day per node, and then
Correct.
after about a year, when they cut it down or whatever, it went to about 1,480, almost and half per node. So I was making less, earning less tokens per node as time went on. But I don't think that keeps going like that, and I think it only happens like once. I can't remember exactly with Element. But I mean, I'm up to like 3 million, almost 4 million tokens right now from Element. That was just 2 nodes. So this one, I think did you say 150 tokens a day? Is that what he said?
I think he said 100, and if you stake it, it's 120, 20% more. And I just know when miners are mining, if your revenue is immediately cut in 50% when it halves. So if I'm mining on another blockchain and I'm making, just like you said, 3,000 tokens, and I'm making X amount of dollars, if I just got cut to 1,480 or 1,500, my revenue just got cut. So I'm thinking if they have a way to set this up, if they have, because in the future from 100, so they just showed us they have from, I don't know what Bobby said, 300 or 400 down to 100. That's that's a 4 times drop. So if they have 100, this thing takes off and goes crazy, and they have it to 50. Well, that goes 50% of your revenue.
Yeah. Ask that
Crazy.
in the chat for me and I'll get it answered for you, because I don't want to guess on that. I'm not even sure that these are going to get cut in half, or I don't know if he mentioned that at all.
Yeah, well, he mentioned before it was 3 or 4 that when you first signed up, got a node, there's one of your guys that was talking about, the tech guy on here yesterday that was talking about working with Parlor. Anyways, Bobby was saying it was at 300 or 400 tokens a day, and then it got halved, and then now it's down halved again to 100. And then he said if you click and stake it, you get 20% more, so you make 120 tokens a day.
Yeah.
My question is, if it gets halved again, are we grandfathered in and our nodes don't get cut? The new people get cut to 50, and I offer at 50.
Yeah, I'll find
whatever
out.
it does.
Yeah, I'll definitely find out for you.
You're off, man.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for all you guys do, man. You guys are right. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate you. Someone asked in the chat, you need a computer that's running 24/7? Yes, but you don't have to have it. You can use the cloud. You can use the service that they're providing, which is this one right here. It's right here. First, once you buy the node, then you go here to Simple Cloud. This is where you host it. It's $29.95 a month if you have more than a certain amount. I can't remember what the breakdown is, but 10 or more, I think, or between 10 and 100, it's $29 a month. And if you're just buying one node, I believe it's $9.95 a month. So you're hosting on the cloud. You're hosting a server on the cloud. You don't have to worry about downtime. If you have a power outage or anything like that, that's not going to happen when you use these kinds of services. It's 24/7.
Hey, Nico, I got a question. After you purchase the nodes, then do those, I noticed it said something about the licenses actually show up in your Kaivo wallet. Is
Well,
that
they
correct?
definitely show up in here in your app, in your node storage app, and then
Okay, in the email that I got from the Kaivo, it says step 6 was check your licenses. Your wallet is ready. That's after you set up your Kaivo wallet. Your wallet is ready. Confirm your node licenses are visible. And then what's next is to go to Simple Cloud and host them on there.
yeah. And if you look here, guys, that's the order it was. So here you set up your wallet first.
Yeah.
I should put, why does it say that? Let me just edit it and put that in.
I just wondered if we had to wait until we saw the licenses show up in our Kaivo wallet before we do anything with Simple Cloud. That's what I was wondering.
No, because it won't recognize anything on your Kaivo wallet until you have your nodes hosted and actually generating tokens for you. So you have to have the node running on Simple Cloud. And that takes up to 20, you will wait until the next day to deploy them. Needs to be about 24 hours, but Billy actually said 2 days. He said, wait, it could take up to 2 days before it starts showing. As far as Kaivo goes, I think once you're connected there, you might have to do something for it to recognize your wallets, but I didn't see that in the email address. So I think you might have to transfer tokens from your cloud app to Kaivo. Maybe not. Maybe it just automatically accumulates there. Create your wallet with Kaivo. Once you download it from the App Store, I've attached a picture of it. Then click on wallet, create a second password for the wallet. Not the same as the one, and write down your 12-word seed phrase. Do not lose that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that's one thing. That's setting up a wallet. Once that's done, go here and buy the nodes. I've done all these things already. I have my wallet. It's sitting empty. And I bought my nodes and I set up my account here on the cloud for $29.95. And
So Nico, what happens if the cloud is down? Do you have to restart the whole process?
If it's ever down, it's up very quickly. I've never seen it down. I've never seen these things down.
Yeah, but what I mean is then, do you have to activate your node again or whatever? Or is that
It will automatically do that when it's, again, it's not something you have to be constantly checking to see if it's down or not. If the server goes down, the people running the server are right on it. It's like, I've never, guys, and with whatchamacallit, Element token, 2.5 years now, it's never been down once. So
the question is,
if you notice that you haven't earned any tokens in a day and you didn't get paid for yesterday's tokens, you can certainly go check to make sure your node is active. Right now it says node's active 0 out of 0. But once this recognizes it and it starts working, it'll say 10 out of 10 or 20 out of 20 once they've updated me to, buy one, get one free. And then, so when you log in, you'll see 20 active. But if any of them are not active, let's say that the server's down, it'll say 0 out of 10 active. That means they're not active. You have them there, but they're not active. Then you would have to either reset the nodes or whatever, but you don't have to do that. You would have to do that if you were hosting it on your own computer. But when you're hosting on a service like this, that's what you're paying $29 a month for redundancy. So there is no downtime.
Nico, once it starts mining coins,
I'm sorry, say that again.
once it starts mining coins, is it a good idea after you build up so many coins to transfer them to a cold wallet?
Transfer them to your Kaibo wallet. Yes. Well, they're either that or they're already being accumulated and going into your Kaibo wallet. That is your cold wallet.
Okay.
Yes.
The reason I was asking that, Nico, is if you have it on your own system and not on the cloud, if my system is back up and running again, it should automatically restart then too, right? Or
if you miss 3 days where it's down and not running, and then you get it started back up, you're going to lose the production from those 3 days that you were down. It won't go back and pay you for that because it wasn't running those days. So you want, if you're gonna host these yourself, you just want to make sure that there's no downtime. You got to check it every day, make sure that they're active. If you're going to pay $29 a month for a professional cloud hosting service, you're not going to have any downtime. You don't have to worry about it. The service, yeah, like Josh says, the service auto restarting on its own would be questionable, he's saying, but you're talking about like the paid service? It does. It's a manned service. It's not like there's redundancy there. That's the whole point of paying for the service, because it can handle, all this kinds of stuff. If you've never done this before, I can understand the questions, but I've used in cloud hosting services before and never had any downtime. And I've done it on my own and had downtime. Whenever my power goes out or whenever there's a lightning and the power just goes on and off for a second, then I have to go reset everything. It's a pain in the ass.
Nico, Nico, I just maybe looking at like the overall picture, investing in this is basically kind of waiting for, I think what Billy was saying, for them to kind of get listed, the coins to be listed on.
Yeah, you're accumulating tokens before they go public.
Yeah, so it's waiting for it to go public or get listed on Coinbase or something, and
on a major exchange.
That's the payoff, right? Basically, that's when you could be making whatever, hopefully thousands, if not millions, or whatever.
That's correct. If it never does, then you're still accumulating a lot of tokens, and they're still valuable because you can buy them on the DeFi networks. In other words, you could buy them on Dex Tools, probably on PancakeSwap or something like that, but or in your wallet, like on a ledger, like a MetaMask or Trust Wallet, you could probably find it there. But when it gets listed on a centralized exchange like Coinbase or Crypto.com, that's when the price starts out much higher, and then it becomes public and available to millions more people who didn't even know it existed before. And it's a new token. You ever see new token available now, and people just start buying it, and then the price goes up drastically from there. Yes, that's what happened with Gala. It went from like 0.004 cents, and then when it got listed on Coinbase, it went all the way up to 57 cents. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but from 0.004, you got a couple million of these things, and it goes up to 57 cents. That's millions of dollars.
Yeah, and in terms of like you're saying, like your Element investment didn't go anywhere because it didn't get listed yet.
It's not listed yet on a major exchange. They are working on it, and they are building the back off. They're building the infrastructure to it still. It's a big project, and it's got a great purpose behind it. And if you understand the backstory and what they're actually trying to do, it's pretty intense. And when they get popularity and people really understand what it is, I think that it will become more valuable. But right now,
you could buy Element on the Coinbase wallet right now.
Yeah, Element's available on a couple different exchanges. Let me go back to, let's go over here. Let me just look at.
Well, I think Billy, he was behind Gala and Element, and as well as this one. I mean, we just saw I met him during that exchange a few days ago. How do you rate his I guess his enthusiasm for this particularly investment?
I know you just met him. I've known him for almost 30 years.
Yeah, no. But how would you rate his enthusiasm, or in terms of the investment in this relative to like Element or Gala?
His enthusiasm is he's all in on this. He actually went to work for the founder to help them launch this because he's worked for the parent company that brought Gala and Stitch and Element. He kind of he didn't really work for them. He was just kind of like an ambassador who, you know, spoke about it a lot and had conferences in Vegas and introduced people to it, flew people in, you know, held meetings and brought a lot of big players in. Billy knows a lot of people with a lot of money, a lot of people that are, you know, like, you know, Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank and all these guys that come in and they get behind these projects. And so he's like a deal maker. He kind of helps facilitate these things. But when he was introduced to this guy, the founder and the people behind this, he went all in on this. And he thinks this might be the biggest thing. Billy, he might, I don't know if he said this on the live call, but if this does what he thinks it's going to do, Billy will be worth, you know, $1 billion. Billy will be a billionaire. So, you know, he's got high hopes for it. Yeah. He's got hundreds of nodes. But so as from my understanding, this is it. This is the next big thing that he's working on. So, you know, he kind of laughs, you know, when he gets my message. Hey, man, I haven't heard from you, you know, about, you know, what's the latest on the nodes? Is there any up and coming ones? He goes, dude, I've been telling you to get on a call with me, fly out here to Vegas, blah, blah, blah. He's been trying to get me to do that, but it's not that I blow him off, it's just that our schedules are, you know, all over the place. And I just keep, you know, kind of forgetting, but I missed a couple of them because of that. And so I decided this time I'm going to bring him on, introduce it to the group and give you guys an opportunity as well. And, so far, listen, I know it's a little aggravating. I just spent 10,000 too, and I haven't seen my node show up in my licenses yet either. So I'm in the same boat, but he said it could take 24, 48 hours. He said, just wait. And it's the weekend, you know, so he's like, just, you know, everything's okay. Don't worry. It's all going to be taken care of.
And again, what's the time frame for this buy one, get one if you buy 10 nodes or more?
You know, I don't remember him saying, somebody mentioned
yeah, he's actually
December
said
1st.
on the call, I heard him say like 7 to 10 days.
He never said that.
I don't recall that. He started to say that it would be a timing.
He said about 7 to 10 days. He didn't give a specific guaranteed time yet, but he says about 7 to 10 days. That's all he said.
7 to 10 days from when that
again, it's not. He gave you a range. It's not specific. He didn't guarantee it, but he said it's probably going to be about. I'll give you guys about 7 to 10 days. If you listen to the call, he said those words.
You're not to help.
Yeah, he said for sure 7 days,
You could
possibly up to 10.
Shorter if you want.
All right, I'm asking him right now. So just relax for a second. I'm asking him right now. So I just texted him. We'll see what he says. But maybe, and I don't even know if that's a hard line. We'll find out. I mean, if it's someone's like a couple days later, I'm sure they'll work it out. But you know, it could also just be to get people to not sit on it too long.
Nico, hi. I've got a question. A lot of the questions are more advanced, but I'm brand new to crypto. So how do I find out more about what nodes are, and do I need an actual computer?
Okay. That's a good question, but we've answered it a dozen times. And what I would like you to do is go into our Facebook group and watch this video here where we had Billy on, the node guy, explaining this for an hour. This was from Wednesday, the 26th. Were you on that call with us, Carmela?
No, I was not. I wasn't sure what the content of the call is, if it actually explains what a node is for someone that's really basic.
Yeah, he tries
background.
I mean, he tries to explain it as best as possible, and the purpose of this particular and then also in addition to that, if you go into our group where I posted the links for this how to buy these nodes down here, if you scroll down, I also shared here some articles and news stories about the different platforms the nodes would be supporting. There's a lot of videos here that you can watch and a lot of articles you can read about what's behind it. But then I just shared this right here. Where did I share? This one right here. Watch this video my partner did to explain what we do and how these nodes pay you daily. Right here.
Okay, perfect.
BrianFerry.com Optio video. I did play this on a call a couple weeks ago for you guys before I had Billy come on.
Have you ever had
And
that
this video really explains it good, but I don't have time to do that again right now. But go watch that. That's why they're all in here.
Okay.
And you can take
Yeah,
your
I
time.
understand. I'm traveling in different time zones. So the other question is, do I need an actual computer? Because all I have is my iPhone. I'm interested in buying, but
No. So what you
need
do
a computer?
if you're going to buy the node, you're going to buy the node and then you're going to host it here. This is where you host the nodes. And so it is a monthly fee. If it's one node, I think it's $9.99 a month up to 10. But once you get 10 or more, it's 29 or 10 up to 100, something like that. It's $29 a month. And you host your node there. And so you don't need a computer running 24/7. They will do it for you.
Okay.
Host it in the cloud. Yeah.
Thank you.
But if you watch the video that we did in our Facebook group explaining everything, and then watch some of these videos in here explaining it. And then if you decide you want to do it, go ahead and go through this process. But if you have any more questions, just ask me or ask in this group. And don't feel pressure, guys. You don't have to do any of this stuff. It's just another opportunity for us to make money in crypto. So it's just, and there's going to be more after this one. This isn't the last one. This is just the next one. And there's going to be more. So don't feel like you have to, or don't feel pressured. It seems like a big one. It seems like the potential is huge. I went with the buy one, get one free myself because, it's just more value. If I get 20 nodes, that'll be about 2,400, 2,500 nodes a day with the staking. And the way I look at it, guys, so let's say 2,400 a day times 30, that's 72,000 a month. If you're not talking to me, mute yourself out. That's 72,000 a month times 12. In a year, I'll have 864,000 tokens. Okay, I paid $10,000. This is the way I look at it. And I got 20 nodes working for me. So in a year, I'll have 864,000. Now, it might go public by then, and the price could be, I don't know. Let's say the price is only, 16 cents. I don't know. So that's 864,000 times 0.16. That's $138,000. And that's just so far. Now, remember, every day that goes by, I'm minting another 2,400. And so let's just say it gets to $1 one day. Now, I can always cash out. Okay, so I let's say I cash out a million tokens for $1 million. Okay, or whatever, and it gets to $1. Well, I take all that money out, $1 million worth. I have no more tokens left, and I wake up the next morning, 2,400. Wake up the next morning after that, 2,400. And if they're worth $1 each, that's $2,400 a day times 30. That's 72,000 a month. That's $1 million a year in income. That's the way you got to look at it. Now, if that doesn't ever happen, guys, there is risk involved, obviously. If that doesn't ever happen, whatever you paid for the nodes is what you're losing. Like if it doesn't ever produce anything, right? But from my experience, like right now, I could sell my Element nodes, or I could just cash out the tokens that I've accumulated so far from Element and be at a wash, pretty much break even from what I paid for them. So if I just sell all my tokens and say, screw this, I don't want to deal with it anymore, I could just get back my money. So that's the way I don't think there's really much risk of losing. You might not make a huge profit, but you probably could always sell and get your money back out.
But the market for the nodes are pretty illiquid, right? It's not like there's a huge
there's not a huge nationwide or worldwide demand because most people don't know it existed. But in our little sphere of influence, there is, the people who are meeting with Billy in huge crowds in Vegas every week are there to buy nodes. So I could tell Billy, listen, I got a guy with 10 nodes he wants to sell, and I'm sure that for a discount, he'll buy them or someone else will. So, I mean, I don't do it for that. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. I understand the concern, guys. I understand what you're worried about, but don't do it if you're overly worried about that. And if you're worried about saving $10 a month because you want to host this yourself and all this stuff, maybe don't do it. I'm like, don't trip over pennies to save, don't trip over dollars to save pennies. That's the way I look at it. I don't risk $10,000 and then try to, worry about whether I can save $20 a month on hosting. I'm doing it for the big picture, not for the little picture. That's just me personally. I'm not telling you how to act or how to be. You can drive 10 miles out of the way to save 20 cents a gallon on gas if you want to, but I'm not. I will pay $10 extra per gallon for someone to bring me the gas so I don't have to go anywhere. That's just me because my time is more valuable. So I don't worry too much about those things. But I'm not telling you not to worry about those things because those are valid concerns. Trust me, I get it. But if you don't have the risk capital to risk, in other words, this is a risk. And I said that I said on the call that we had with Billy multiple times, and I'm saying it now. I have no guarantees and no expectations with these things. Like if it does what everybody hopes it does, we'll all get richer. If it doesn't, okay, well, we tried. Next, what's next? Am I not going to eat a steak anymore if I have a bad steak at a restaurant? No, I love steak. I'll just go to another place. I'm sure it's not going to happen too often. Just like trading, if I have a loss, sometimes I'll re-enter the position. If my stop loss gets hit, I'll re-enter again. It gets hit, I'll re-enter it again. Sometimes the third time's a charm. But I don't back out or get scared because I lost a little money here and there. That's just me. That's just the way I do. But I just wanted to be clear here because you guys are joining the Crypto Renegades. Everything we do is kind of risky to a degree. But when you understand the risk to reward ratio, there is something, and I talked about this on that live call. There's something called, what is it? Hold on one second. I'm gonna show you this because it's pretty powerful. It's called asymmetrical bets against symmetrical bets. So an asymmetrical bet, an asymmetrical potential is where the risk to reward ratio, the reward is so great that it far outweighs the risk. Whereas a symmetrical bet is I'm risking $10,000 to make 10,000. That's symmetrical. That's not a good risk to reward ratio. If you're investing 10 grand to double your money to make 20, and it's a hit or miss, 50-50 chance it works, that's a big risk to reward ratio. That's a big risk, on a risk to reward ratio chart. Whereas a asymmetrical risk to reward ratio or asymmetrical bet is that the reward could be 100 to 1,000 times greater than what you're risking. That's worth it. It's like just like you got, buying a lottery ticket for $1 where you have the potential to win 10 million or $1 billion or 300 million, the risk to reward ratio is very asymmetrical, but the chances of you winning that lotto is slim to none. But when the odds are much greater that it is going to work out to your favor, or they are doing the things that it's going to cause the value of a coin to go up. And it's kind of like XRP right now. It's like the things that are going to cause XRP to go to $20 to $50 or $100 in the future. It's not pie in the sky. It's actually it's being implemented now. Those things are actually in place. It actually will happen. It's just a matter of time. With this thing, if they do everything that they're doing and saying that they're doing, it will go up in value. You will make money. The question is how much? And so it's a matter of, getting in on the ground floor. And so just like ICOs or IPOs in the stock market, guys, if you work for a company and they're getting ready to go public and they allow all their employees to get a certain amount of stock and you just can't sell it until after it goes public or 90 days after it goes public or 6 months after it goes public, you are in a position that the rest of the world can't even get in because you're an insider. You've actually got an opportunity to get into the IPO. Well, this is an ICO. It's an initial coin offering. You have an opportunity to get into an ICO. You have the opportunity to get nodes, which are basically minting tokens before the rest of the world even knows this token exists. And so, yes, there's some risk there. You're buying into it, but, if you accumulate a couple 100,000 of these things and all of a sudden it goes on Coinbase, it starts out at 5 cents and goes to 10 cents, just do the math. I mean, let's say you spent 10 grand and this thing goes to, you know, you got 500,000 of them.
Okay, so what happens if this thing never goes public? That's another
That's the
possibility
risk.
too, right?
That's the risk, yes.
Then you lose your 10 grand.
Potentially, yeah. Yeah. Or, you know, I don't know. I don't know if there's a refund policy on those nodes or not, but if you've accumulated a bunch of tokens and the tokens are just sitting down there at 0.04 cents and they never go any higher, then, but you're still going to accumulate the tokens every day. You could eventually sell them for whatever they're worth and recoup the money. That's the thing. Like on Element, I have like 4 million tokens now. I could go and sell. Let me just go to Element right now. Let's just show you.
Optio is currently available on 2 exchanges.
Yeah, just not centralized. Yeah. So this is Element token right here. It's 0.0037 cents. But just look at this. Just the other day, it was up here at 0.001. Over here, it was at 0.002. So if I would have sold my tokens here, I would have made like 12 grand. I invested 5. Did I get into this to double my money? No. So I just held them because I'm expecting this to eventually get listed and go public and eventually get up here into the 5 cents range and maybe much higher, way up here to 10 cents, a penny, whatever. And by then I'll have, you know, millions, 10 million, let's just say. So 10 million tokens, am I going to get super rich from that? No, 10 million tokens times 0.2 cents, that's $200,000. What did I do to get that? I bought 2 nodes for $2,500 each 2 years ago. Okay, is that a risk? Yes, it's a risk. But here's the thing. Let's just say that does happen and it does get up to 2 cents. And let's say I want to cash out and I pull my 200 grand out and I sell them on the open market. The next day, I'm printing another 3,000 tokens, 1,400 per node. So the next day, 3,000 tokens pops in my wallet times 0.2 cents. That's another 600 bucks. So every day I'm making 600 bucks times 30. That's another 18 grand a month, guys. So that's the benefit. Now, if you just buy these tokens and wait, you could sell them and make a profit, but you're not going to keep minting them. That's what the nodes do for you. They just keep minting.
So you can basically, with my stupid brain, say that a node is basically a mine and a token is basically a gold bar. So you mine gold bars and then those gold bars go for sale and then you sell them. That's kind of.
Yeah, you're minting money, guys.
terms.
You're literally printing money. It's just that the value of the money you're printing is very low right now. But over time, you're going to accumulate a lot of it. And then the value might go up as well. In addition to the quantity that you have, the value will go up as well over time. And you have a little money printing machine making you more. So let's just say on a fantastical possibility that, let's just say that Optio gets up to, you know, $5, and it takes a year. And in a year, you got, you know, 3 million of these things times $5 each. Okay. That's where the big money comes in. So you got 3 million times $5. That's $15 million. But here's the thing. Let's say you don't want to take any chances. So you sell and you cash out $15 million. Boom, you got your money. Right? And I'm minting 2,500 of these a day. So I got 2,500. The next day I got 2,500. And it's $5 each. So I'm minting 12,500 a day. So I'm still going to make, even after I cash out my 15 million, I'm still going to make 375,000 a month going forward. As long as that price stays at $5. But what if it goes to 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10?
Is there ever a point where the price gets to a certain point or where the nodes no longer mint? Like, do they after like a certain amount of time, or is that minting forever till?
I think the minting continues. I'm not sure what the cap is there, but there is a possibility that the price could come back down after it goes up. Because look, Bitcoin fluctuates all the time. Went up to 126,000, came back down to 75,000. There is going to be people taking profit, right? There is going to be people selling their tokens. You could be one of them.
Nico, just curious, play devil's advocate. If you were to have took the $2,500 and bought the shares of that stock right now on, or those coins right now on the market, what would it be worth if it went up to the same price that you're talking about?
Well, so if you took the $10,000, I bought 10 nodes. If I took $10,000 and went and bought this token right now, let's do the math. $10,000 times 0.0046, I believe, is the current value. It would be, I would get, whoops, I did that wrong. I should have been divide. $10,000 divided by 0.0046. I would instantly buy 2,173,000 tokens. So that's a good point you bring up, because if I bought this many instead of accumulate them, because it might take me 2 years to accumulate that many. But there could be price appreciation quickly. So you're right. If you bought them right now on the open market, $10,000 worth, you'd have this many. And then if it went up to $5 or $10, you would have that same price appreciation. So times $5, you would have $10 million, right? And you could sell.
Yeah, because of that, I was thinking, because the nodes, the point of that is because you keep printing them afterwards, where if you buy them, you don't get to print them. But I was thinking about getting the nodes and then maybe putting like, 1,000 or a little bit and actually buying them just so I could accumulate or have more up front, just in case the price does take off faster than that.
Yeah. And like, I think when we did Element, they weren't on any exchanges yet. And a lot of times we do these kinds of things before they go on exchanges, and we're hoping. Now, Element, the token we're talking about here is not on major exchanges yet, so neither is Element, but Element is available here, as you can see, on Dex Tools. This is Element, and you could buy it. You just have to use Ethereum. So you have to have Ethereum in your wallet, and you swap Ethereum for the Element token, and if you want to sell it, you swap it back. But it's got a market cap of, look at the liquidity. It's only $5,000, market cap of 3 million. So even if I had $10 million worth of it right now, I couldn't sell it more than 5,000.
What's holding that back?
No one, they're working on the infrastructure and the whole, they're setting up the contracts with the mines. Like, this is different, guys. Element's different. Element is contracting with gold mining companies and silver mining companies around the world, like in Africa, and they're contracting with these mining companies and paying them in coins and basically buying the mines from them to not mine. So in other words, if you mine all the gold out of this mine, let's say there's $20 million worth of gold in this mine, and this poor little impoverished nation inside of Africa, and they got all these slaves working, and literally, guys, slaves being whipped to mine the gold. If you really knew how atrocious it was in some of these little countries in Africa where they're mining for gold, they strip these people down to nothing, where they're barely wearing any clothes, and they put them down in the mines because they don't want them to have any pockets to steal anything. If they find a gold nugget or a diamond, and if they swallow it, or if they hide it in their clothes or in their hand and they get caught, they literally get their hand or foot cut off. You guys know, you guys understand what's going on around the world with these diamond mines, and there was movies made about it. It's crazy. And anyway, so Element, the people behind Element, go to these mines and say, listen, if you're gonna do this mine here, not only that, but they use explosives, they use chemicals to erode the dirt away so that they can find the gold easier. They put explosives down in the earth, and it blows up these huge, a lot of toxins and a lot of stuff gets leached into the soil, which goes into the water. And these little villages where these people live, they're getting sick and they're getting cancer. They're getting all these diseases from all the toxic waste and runoff from the mining operations. So what they're doing is they're saying, hey, we have the equipment where we can scan below the surface of the earth, and we can see how much gold is down there before you even dig it up. And however much is down there, we will pay you for it. We will buy it from you so that you don't even have to dig it up. We will buy the mine, and we will not mine the gold. And so they're using Element Token as a reward mechanism. And we're, the people that are behind, the people who invest in Element Token are kind of behind the operation to help fund this, to save the earth from this, save the planet and all that stuff from the mining and the destructive nature of mining and how bad it is for these poor little countries and all the people involved. And the only people that are benefiting are the people buying jewelry in America and all these other countries, gold, necklaces, and diamonds to put in their ears and their wedding rings. We don't think anything of it when we buy this stuff, but we don't really realize what it took to get it out of the ground. And so if you support that kind of stuff, like if they can get millions of people behind this and they start buying the Element Token, then it could fund the operations to help stop all of that mining nonsense, right? Now, is that going to happen, guys? I don't know. There's more to it, by the way, and there's videos on YouTube. If you go to Element's YouTube channel, you can watch videos of them explaining and showing you how they're actually doing this, and it is very impressive what they're doing. And it is something that I saw that could take off and could be something that could be huge. But as of right now, it's a big undertaking that they're involved in, and there's millions of dollars behind it already. But so you're being part of something like that. Now, as far as the one where Optio, that's totally different. That's rewards based for consumerism and advertising that's already going to be spent on these, social media platforms, and you are just going to benefit from that, which is already happening. Like your data is already being used. They're already marketing to you. Facebook, Instagram, all of these platforms already spy on you. They hear what you're saying. They listen to what you're searching for. They look at what your searches are, and they put ads right in front of your face based on what you already are interested, based on them spying on you. And then they sell you the thing. You buy the thing that you see that you want, and somebody else makes the money. The platform makes the money for running the ads, charging the people advertising, and the people running the ads make the money because you spend the money buying that thing. Whereas with Optio and this project that we're talking about on Parler and some other platforms, you will benefit every time an ad is run on the platform. You're getting, you're getting rewarded. Okay. You're getting a piece of the advertising dollars paid to you in Optio crypto rewards, which eventually will grow and grow and grow in value and go up in value over time. And so for doing what you normally do every day, being on social media and all that stuff and on these platforms, and as they grow, those rewards are people are going to start to want to get rewarded for their information being out there. Every time you go to the store, guys, and they say, do you have a phone number? You go to like a closed store in the mall. Do we have your phone number on file? Do you have a phone number with us? They want you to give it to them. And as soon as you do, you're in their system. Now you're going to get text. Hey, buy one, get one free special coming up to this way. It's all to market to you. The whole purpose of you getting a store card, a gift card or a credit card at the Victoria's Secret or any shop, any store for that matter, JCPenney's, Burdines, whatever. It's to get you to spend more money. And they want all your information so that they can market to you, so they can send you letters in the mail, so they can send you emails, so that they can send you text messages. And then guess what else? How do they make money? They don't just try to sell you stuff. They sell your information to other companies trying to sell you stuff. It's called being a data broker. Leads. You're a lead. And they sell your information to other people so they can sell you stuff. And they sell your stuff to people who are trying to sell things that they already know you're interested in because you bought it before or you've searched for it before. That's why when you're talking about tennis shoes, and before you know it, your tennis shoes are popping up in your news feed. So, and you don't benefit anything from that. You're just the victim of being sold to. Imagine if you benefited from, providing your information. Like you get a little piece of the pie. You get a little piece of the profit that's being generated by the platforms. So that's what's going on here. And that sounds like it has even more potential than Element's mining operations, because even though it's a good cause what Element's doing, it may not ever take off because, you know, there's a lot involved, and more people have to understand it and know about it. I think it will. That's why I invested in it. But at the same time, it could take a lot longer than I thought. Okay, just to clarify, probably for the 10th time, buy 10, get 10 equals 20. That's correct. Anything more than 10 is buy one, get one free. 10 or more, buy one, get one. X account. Yeah, they're on MEXC, by the way, guys. They're on MEXC, which is a trading platform, just like Phemex. Price is 0.0045 right now at the moment.
Excuse me, Nico.
Yes.
I want to pay in Bitcoin, but during the transaction, I don't like to send like 10 grand the first time. You know how you like send like $1 or $10 and then make sure everything's good. That's what I'm kind of worried about on this transaction. Like if I could do that just to make sure everything's cool before I dump 10 grand out into the ether.
I agree. And I'm the same way. And that's why I use the credit card, because if something goes wrong or I don't get what I paid for, I can just dispute it with my credit card company. That's why I use the credit card, but especially with that amount.
Okay, I should do that then, probably the credit card, and then, you know.
I mean, that's just me. That's me, guys. I'm, you know, listen, even though I trust Billy and I know that this is a big deal and I know that they got some big stuff happening, I want to make sure that I didn't just, you know, throw 10 grand away also. You know, I'm the same. So now I'm not worried. I don't think I threw it away, but if I didn't get what I paid for and they said I didn't get it, I would charge back. I can't do that with crypto.
Right. I was just wondering if there was a way to just like send $5. Okay, everything's cool, everything matches up, then boom, send the rest.
Yeah, guys, yeah. So I would, you know, or you could just buy one for $1,000, make sure you get it. And, you know, if you sent it, and then you just make sure that when you buy the rest, you send it to the same wallet address. Do everything the same that you did the first time.
Okay,
but you're still risking $1,000 when you do that. So,
yeah.
Me personally, though, I just put it on my, you know, Sapphire. Plus I get rewards from my Sapphire, you know, my Chase Sapphire card. So I'm like, I'll spend 10 grand on that. That'll give me some benefits.
Okay, thanks, Nico.
Yes. You could Sunnyvale. I keep saying Sunnyvale. It's Sun Evil. He's evil. I think you could probably partner together with family, but, you know, someone's got to be in charge of the nodes, and someone's going to be, you know, who's going to be in control of it. Me personally, I don't like to partner with people on anything when it comes to that kind of stuff, when it comes to money, especially family members. But I tell them about opportunities, but I'm not going to force anybody or try to, you know, because, you know, I don't want to be, one thing I don't like is people calling me every day. How's everybody doing? What's going on with that thing? Every day. I don't need it. I don't need to be, because they might be too lazy to do it themselves. Go do it yourself. Set it up yourself. Pay attention yourself. You know, follow it yourself. I used to be like that. I used to try to get my family to do everything I was getting involved in. And then I realized I'm trying to drag a horse to drink the water. Like, I gave up on that. If you're not motivated enough to do this stuff yourself, then you're not going to get the reward. Of course, when I make money, they all come to me. Yeah, Nico's got money. Nico, will you buy me this? Will you buy me that? When it comes to family, I'm talking about. I love my family, but I try not to talk business around them. What are you talking about, Marlon? Become a ambassador.
Yeah, it's kind of like the referrals program.
Yeah,
You can
once you
like
set yours up, guys, you're going to use our links. You're going to use everything first, but when you get set up, then you can do that. If you want the discounts and you want, because you're getting special benefit from doing it through our group with the buy one, get ones and stuff.
Yeah, and they had a lot of info on their website too. Like I said, the tokenomics and the halving schedule, all that stuff on there too. So if you wanna, I put some of the links in the chat.
Yeah, do it in the Discord in the ICO channel if you got extra links.
Got it.
Thank you, sir. All right. Norman, yeah, the hundreds of the thousands of points you have on credit cards. Yeah, I think you could probably cash those out on some credit cards. They let you take your, your rewards or your points back to cash into your checking account. I think it's like, what is it, like $900 for every 10,000 points or something like that?
It used to be that. It's gone down to practically nothing. So I've got hundreds of thousands of dollars in fast food and stuff, and I don't eat out much. So I wish it were back up to where it was. I used to get $100 for 10,000 points.
Yeah, that's what it was. I remember.
And now it's down to like $25 for 10,000 points.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, guys, though, is I am going to, I will set up another call with Billy just to make sure everybody gets their questions answered. If anybody has any problems doing this, but it's pretty easy to get one, to get to the, go through the process of getting one, at least get one if you wanted to do it, if you're scared to buy more than one. But I just bought 10 to get the buy one, get one free. So, I mean, I figure, listen, if I'm going to accumulate, like the gentleman said, you could just go buy millions of these tokens right now in the hopes that, and the only reason that you even know to do it is because of this node guy, right? But yeah, you could actually get a much bigger head start than everyone else and have a lot more tokens sitting there for the big push to the upside. And that is smart if you do that. It wasn't until with Element, it wasn't until like a year later I was even thinking that, oh shit, it's available on Dex Tools now. I can just go buy, more than I have right now for less than I invested. But in hindsight is genius there. So can you purchase with an LLC or a trust? I mean, it's asking for your information when you check out. As long as your credit card is in your business name, I guess you could, and you could put that in. I think I didn't look at it to see, but your email, I mean, it's pretty much asking you for all that. So any more questions that we didn't go over? If you're new and you're not sure what we're talking about, or if you didn't watch Wednesday's call, go back into the Facebook group, watch Wednesday's call that we did about the nodes. See if you're interested. If you are, come back into the ICO channel in our Discord, follow those instructions in the post that I made yesterday or Friday night in regards to getting in on the node situation.
Hey, Nico, when
Yes.
you get that information on the timeline of
Oh, let me see if he responded.
can you post that, please?
He didn't respond yet. He is 3 hours behind me, but he should be up by now. He didn't respond yet, but I will definitely post it in there when I hear from him.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. I just wanted to have this call to make sure you understood the process going through it. This call is recorded as well, so you can watch that if you're. Thank you, Norman. Appreciate you. All right, guys.
How does the charts look after Thanksgiving?
Say again.
How does the charts look after Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah. I guess we could go over that real quick. Let me just look. Bitcoin is still climbing in this upward trending channel and holding above the 90K, this red line here, which we wanted it to hold. I think on our last call, it was doing this. It was dropping down like this, and it needed to hold there, and it's been holding. and coming right over to that little intersection right here. Let me just put this where it needs to be right there. So I'm hoping that we stay above that going into the weekend here and continue up in this channel. But if we do get a break, if it does break below the 90K and holds as resistance, then, we could be coming back down for another low. But keep in mind, this was the little channel it was in, and it broke that to the upside, but we're still in the overall downward trending channel until we break out of that, which is this overall channel here. So we need to get above that crux. This is what we talked about the other day. We need to get above this yellow, this yellow, this yellow, right up in here, and then ultimately above 100. Once we get above 100, we're definitely have broken out. I mean, we can break out of this downward trend right here at about 95, 96. And that would be definitely good if it held above that, even before it gets to 100. But once we get above 100, then I think we're in the clear for a possible run up back to previous all-time highs at least. But I'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, it's kind of slow going to the weekend, and I haven't seen any big changes yet. Everything kind of looks the same. XRP still holding at 220, and it's in what appears to be like a little bit of a bullish flag right now.
Nico, do you see any short-term Bitcoin trades? Let's say if it retests that upward support and holds?
Expecting XRP to about 245 if it breaks out of this this little bull flag. Bitcoin, yeah, only if it drops below this 90 right here. If it drops below this 90 and retest as resistance, that would be a short. If it bounces, which it looks like it's trying to right now, it's on 90,200. If it bounces here, and by the way, this is kind of a bullish flag. It's kind of holding right now. So let's just look at that. Kind of looks like a little bull flag. Inside of an upward trending channel. And if it breaks out of that, well, it's probably going to go right to the top right here. And so I'm expecting that. I think that's going to happen actually. Because this right here was good news, just getting above 90 and then holding above it this whole time, above this major support line. So I think if we get a bounce here, and so I would draw your little lines like a flag like this. You got one little pop through here, but you can see all of these other ones are pretty steady. And then we have a floor, boom, boom, and we're coming down to it right now. I would say this would be a good entry right here. If you're not in a long right now, this bounce, even if it doesn't bounce, right, this might be a good entry because you just put a stop loss down here because that will be the best entry if it does bounce. If it breaks through, you'll get stopped out. But if it retests and starts to go down, you just re-enter and then you short.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yes, sir. You know how to do everything I just said?
Yes.
All right. So that's what I would do. I would wait. Well, I would actually put it a long in if you're not, because I'm long down here. I went long down here. So I'm already in a long position. In fact, I am going to, that's my liquidation down there. I'm going to put a stop loss in up here at 88.6. What is this one? BTC margin. That's 23% profit. My stop loss is now in profit, 23%. Can't lose, but I'm just going to put it there for now. I could put it right under this line, but I don't want it to wick down, hit it, and then go back up. Because it could come as low as some of these. But I have a feeling that we're going to just hit this upward trending support line. It's just going to happen right where it meets this 90K, which is the previous support and resistance, and bounce. So I would say that's a good entry right there. 90, anywhere right now, I think probably a good long. And then just put your stop loss right under it, like 89.5. And if you get stopped out and it comes back up above 9, let's say it comes down below and stops you out and then climbs back up above this, you just re-enter. Because I have a feeling we're heading up to the top of this.
I thought that break above the halfway through the bull flag was a signal for a long entry, but that was a total fake out there.
That was a fake out. Yeah.
It looked like it retested and everything.
Yeah, that looks like some whipsaw action. It came up and hit the top line right there. Came back and hit the bottom and then went right back into its little thing. So that's called a little whipsaw. Boom, boom, real quick, and then right back into the same groove it was in. I don't know what that was. Maybe there was a little news announcement or something. I can't remember. I didn't see.
I guess that's just part of trading. You got to be willing to take those chances.
Yeah, well, when you see a breakout like this, you don't get in up here. You don't get in. Like what you should do is wait for it to retest. So if it popped up, you want it to bounce on top of that line first and then enter. And it should normally go higher than where it broke out. That would be the ideal thing. And if you have the patience to do that and the discipline to sit on your hands during this, you'll be better off. A lot of people just chase. As soon as they see it break out, they just jump in because it's going up, and then all of a sudden it comes back on them and they're negative right away.
Nico, quick question. I haven't done any margin trading yet because I have my coin locked up in a Gemini account, and they just fixed that. But when you trade for margin, what you do Bitcoin for Bitcoin, Coin M, do you use Bitcoin in the account to start out with?
You have to have Bitcoin in your account, in your futures account, in order to trade on a coin margin.
Okay.
So in your spot account, if you have Bitcoin or USDT, you can convert it to Bitcoin. And because when you click on this right here and you go to Coin M, all of these you can trade on a coin margin, but you have to have that crypto, not US dollar, not USDT. You have to have that crypto in your futures account, not your spot wallet account, but your futures account. So each one of these in your futures wallet, each one of these has its own wallet that you would transfer to. I don't trade all these. I only trade Bitcoin and XRP on a coin margin. In fact, right now, if we look down here, I'm on XRP USDT, ETH USDT, XRP Coin M, and Bitcoin Coin M.
Okay, thank you.
I'm up a little bit on this one. 76 XRP. And Bitcoin, I'm up 37% on that one. At low leverage, guys. I'm not even at big leverage. Look, 8x, 7.5x. You got people in our group trading at 100x all the time. That's why my liquidation is so far away. You're welcome. All right, guys.
I bought that market cipher.
Oh, good.
Go
through their training, and so you understand how to use it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna wondering. I'm just gonna see how you have a quick overview, but that's fine.
Yeah, I did that on Friday's call, so I went over it on Friday's call, but I wasn't planning on being on this call for an hour and a half. I was just going to ask her questions for the ICO channel. But
Did you change any settings on that market cipher or nothing at all?
nope. No, I don't change anything. But watch once you buy it, there's some tutorials in there that show you how to understand each little indicator and each line and each color and everything, what it means. So definitely watch that, because that's gonna do you way more justice than me telling you. Yeah.
I was definitely gonna do that sometime. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck with that. That's good. All right, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Have a great weekend. I apologize if you have any other questions. Just ask it in the main chat. But if you hit a brick wall or you hit somewhere where you don't understand what you're doing, or you're concerned or worried or nervous, do not move forward. You do not have to do anything. Don't do anything that doesn't vibe with you, that doesn't, you don't feel good about, or that you're scared about or worried about. We're not here to pressure you to do anything or to invest in things just because I don't want you to get FOMO and say, oh, well, they're doing it, so I'm going to do it. No, you got to like it. You got to understand it. I want you to understand it. There is no guarantee in this world. I will tell you this, all the people that I know who have a lot of money took big risks. All the people that are broke took no risk. Don't get me wrong. There are some people that are broke that took risks, but the reason why they're still broke is because they stopped taking risks. They don't want to risk anymore. But yeah, unfortunately, guys.
Be careful what you're saying right now. I'm one of those, and I'm still taking risks. But
Yeah. Well, I just, listen, that's the way I am till I'm dying. People like, when is enough? Enough. When are you going to retire? I'm like, I can't even picture myself retiring. I go to the beach. I go to the Bahamas for a week or 4 or 5 days. And after 3 days of sitting out by the pool or, getting sunburnt and, sitting on the beach, I'm ready to go back to work. I don't have any desire to sit around and do nothing.
yeah, me are the same, and I'm always in trouble for it.
Yeah. If I'm not producing something or dreaming about something or working towards something, I don't understand what the purpose of life is. Me personally. Now don't get me wrong. People find joy in all kinds of things. If you find joy just walking around your yard and, picking weeds and, playing with the butterflies, then by all means, knock yourself out. But I just feel like I'm not contributing to society when I'm doing that. So that's just me personally. You don't have to be like me. I just, myself personally, I'll be busy. I'll be always trying to create. I'll be always thinking of ideas. I'm always trying to come up with another way, another thing, another better. That's just the way I am personally. It's just the way that's the way I was built. Pablo says, risk is the cost of opportunity. Learned that this past week. Billionaires will risk millions to become billionaires. Millionaires will risk thousands to become millionaires, but middle income people don't want to risk anything to become rich. I've noticed it is true. The less money you have, the more you hold it tight. The more you clutch it, the more you hold it to you because you don't have a lot to lose. So therefore, you're more greedy about that thing that you have. And what happens is you get stagnant. I've given the examples before, guys. It's like if your garage is filled to the rim where you can't even walk through it because there's so much stuff in there, then no more things will come to you. But as soon as you have a garage sale and throw all that stuff away, clean it out really good to where there's nothing left in there, and you could literally pull 2 cars back in your garage, or at least one, and you got all that room again, guess what? All of a sudden, you just made room for more things. And guess what? More things start coming into your garage before you know it, it's full again. Right? But there's something about ebb and flow. The water goes out, the water comes back in. You breathe in, you breathe out. Without that ebb and flow, without the constant give and receive, without putting money out there, no money comes back to you. You got to put it out to receive. You got to invest to get a return. And if you don't do that, you're just going to be trading your time for money your whole life. If you don't have money out there working for you, making you more money, earning you a dividend, earning you a reward in some way, shape, or form, going up in value in an asset class that's getting more valuable than the dollar is, then you're always going to be trading time for money. There's really no other way around it. Ivan, the only constant is change. Yes. Sunnyvale, I'm at full risk. Yeah, guys, listen, and hey, sometimes it's not a comfortable place to be in, but I get myself out of the comfort zone all the time, because when you're complacent, you're too comfortable, nothing happens in your life. You also get lazy, you get fat, you get lethargic, you get tired. You gotta kind of take yourself out of your comfort zone in order to see progress, in order to grow. And I know I'm preaching to the choir with most of you. You've all been there and done that. All right, guys, I got to run. Have a great rest of your weekend. If I missed anybody's questions, or if you still feel like you need more, I will try to get Billy back on, and I'll arrange that maybe for this coming week for those of you who want to talk more about the nodes and understand it better. But listen, don't stress yourself out over it. There's always going to be more opportunities. If this thing takes off, great. If it doesn't, hey, it is a risk. There's no doubt about it. But that's just like what we're talking about. That's the price of doing business. Buy one. If you can't afford more, don't worry about the buy one, get one free. Or don't buy any. Just go buy the token, if you want. If you just want to take advantage of the token itself and the potential, increase. Like if this thing goes to 57 cents and you can buy it now at 0.046, you can make a ton of money on that token, right? And all of us suckers over here will have to wait for our damn nodes to produce us tokens while you could just go buy millions of them right now. I think I'll do both now that I think about it. All right, guys. Right here, it looks like this would be a good entry for a long. Just put a stop loss right under that because I think Bitcoin's going to pop up to here. And that's my tip of the day. I'm already in longs. I already shared my entries on the last call. But all right, guys, have a great rest of your weekend. Try to relax if you can. Don't overthink it. Try to have fun with it. And again, if you have any questions, just ask it in the main chat and we'll get to you in there.